Let's do this. No.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because...
Well, it finally happened. Guess what? You took a break and it was long term, and guess what? Now you have to get your channel back on track. You took a long break for your physical or mental health, or maybe it was something to do with work, or maybe perhaps you had a wedding to go to. Maybe it was your wedding. Maybe you had a baby or something else that's going on in your life. The point is that you took a long break for whatever reason, good, bad, or indifferent, and now you have to get back to content creation. Help! Doug, what do I do? Don't worry, fam, I got you covered. Now, a lot of times, a lot of us will have to take a break here and there, whether it be for a couple of weeks or maybe a couple of months, and some of us maybe like a year or more. But regardless, you want to make sure that you can get your channel back on track and make sure that you get things moving to a point where everything was back to where it was before, when you were kind of going full steam ahead and all the content creation that you were doing on multiple platforms, but at the same time that you can do that, but also kind of push yourself to even new heights. So this video today is going to be a very simple one. It's just going to be a couple of quick strategies here and there for how to get your channel back on track and get things moving back to where they need to be for your content. But before we begin, I wanted to give a huge shout out to everybody who commented on the last video, the meme review video. I'm slowly getting back to this whole thing myself, but no, huge shout outs to Baker Girl Steph, Press Start Culture, Pom Pom Yo, Frodo, Electricity Waves, Satin Heart 007, and everybody else too. Thank you guys so much for all the interactions. I freaking love every single one of you guys, and let's get on with this video. The first point that I want to cover, ramp up to it. Don't go all out at first. This point is extremely important because guess what? You're back. You're back to content creation now, but at the same time, you want to stay back and you don't want to get burned out. This is one of the biggest things with trying to ramp up to where we were beforehand, is that you want to make sure that you take it one step at a time rather than just trying to go back to your regular schedule and going full steam ahead like you used to. One of my good friends, the Cow Frog, has actually said it best here and there when I was talking to him about content creation and what it takes to do this long term. He gave me this very important bullet point that I want to share with a lot of you guys, is that you should treat streaming or content creation on YouTube, like video creating and editing, kind of like working out. In the beginning, when you make your start in the gym, you usually find where your limit is at first, and then you kind of set goals for yourself and try to push past where your limits are here and there, whether that's adding more weight or maybe running a little bit farther or maybe for longer. But as you push these limits, sometimes life just kind of throws you for a loop and you might have to take a little bit of a break from working out. So then when you get back into it, you discover that you can't exactly run as far as you can or as long as you can, nor can you lift as much as you used to on the weight sets. And it kind of discourages you a little bit. Don't get discouraged. You can do it. You want to set small but very positive goals for yourself in the beginning so that you discover where your limits are, get your early victories in, and make sure you stack those one on top of each other. Now, if it's one of those things where if you used to do about 4 streams a week, start out with 2 or 3 and then build back up to 4. Now, if it takes a couple of weeks to get there, don't sweat it and don't worry about it. Same thing with YouTube content. If it was 2 or 3 videos a week, start out with 1, but make it a good one. If it's one of those things too where like some of us are not able to hire a video editor ourselves and we do all of our own editing at home, again, ease back into it, get that early victory early on and just do the 1 really good video a week. And then if you wanted to try to push yourself to do 2 or 3, see if you can do it a couple of weeks down the road. We want you to come back. We want you to stick with it. And if it's one of those things too where if you're just trying to get back up to your crazy schedule that you had before with multiple social media platforms all going at the same time, work up to it. Stack those bars again, but do it in such a way, in such a schedule that actually gets you up to that point. I want to make sure you produce good content, but at the same time that you don't get burned out early on as well. The next point I want to make kind of goes hand in hand with the previous concept of ramping up, and that is that you should concentrate more on your content than on your numbers at first. Now, this point might come across as a little bit daunting here and there, in that, Doug, I can't exactly produce a crazy amount of content and the quality that I used to at first. I mean, don't you say you want to ramp up to it and stuff? I mean, come on, dude. But don't sweat it. Most of us are not that good, and we cannot produce the same level of quality as we did before we went on break. Instead, focus a lot of your energy on being able to kind of convey your thoughts aloud to an audience as if you were gaming at home or in your car at work, or maybe kind of pouring your coffee early in the morning. Pick a topic and kind of run with it in sort of like a monologue in your free time, whether that's kind of talking about your favorite movies or your favorite TV shows or favorite games or something like that. If you have like a concept in mind, see if you can do about 5 or 10 minutes as far as like a monologue is concerned, basically trying to get your point across. Doing this in practice is going to help you guys a whole lot when creating YouTube content, and also maybe even if it's one of those things with talking about a topic in IRL streaming on Twitch, or if you're leading a discussion with a bunch of people that you're doing interviews with. Doing that in practice is going to help out a whole lot. And does it look kind of silly practicing a lot of this stuff at home, or maybe even your car with your commute to work or something like that? Yeah, it kind of does look a little silly. But ultimately, if you're practiced up with talking to people about a particular topic, you'd be a lot more comfortable with doing that in front of a camera in practice in a YouTube video or in a Twitch stream. Next point I want to make is that you want to start to re-engage with a lot of your audience and a lot of your fellow streamers and content creators as well. A lot of people fell in love with your channel for a reason, and it's one of those things where you want to try to reignite a lot of that interest too. So you want to kind of re-engage a lot of the members of your community and saying, hey guys, guess what? I'm back, and oh, by the way, here's exactly what I'm going to be doing in my channel, and here's a couple of things to get excited about. Be sure to share your schedule with them, exactly what games you plan on playing here and there, a couple of topics that you're going to be talking about on YouTube. Make sure that you get a lot of feedback from them as to where they're at too, because a lot of them have lives too. Now, a lot of us do understand that there are a lot of things that could go right or wrong in life that kind of demand your attention over here. Perhaps it's you got sick, or a family member got sick and you have to take care of them, or perhaps you got married or something like that and you had a wedding to go to. But regardless, staying engaged with a lot of your community members, even if it's just talking like once a week or even once a month, is something that a lot of them do appreciate. The fourth point that I want to make is that you don't neglect your support system at home. And what do I mean by that? I mean, for a lot of your family members and friends, they're there for you in real life. Don't neglect them. Do take time to spend with your family and all of your friends too, and make sure that you guys stay healthy with that. And I know that it's very easy for a lot of us to say, no, I can't spend time with you, I gotta go stream, or no, I can't spend time with you, I'm doing a YouTube video, or I can't do the one thing or go to the movies with you guys or watch that show with you guys because I gotta photograph myself for Instagram or something. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, don't push away a lot of the people that are there for you in real life. It's really important, especially when you're going through something here and there, and if you were trying to ramp up your channel, that you have a good solid support system on your way back. And last but not least, if you take away one thing from this video, I want you to remember this one little secret of mine, is that focus more on the things that you love rather than the things that you hate. This one point is going to get your channel back on track much faster, and you'll have a lot more energy to do a lot of the stuff that you're most passionate about, and that you're going to be focusing about a lot of the things that make a true difference in what you're trying to achieve. If you fell in love with a lot of the stuff from RPG games and taking somebody through an entire adventure through all kinds of strategies and spreadsheets and everything, what have you, do more of that. Bring more of that content back. So don't give in to hate. Get excited for content creation again. Get something that you're passionate about, and if anything, go back to the very beginning of your channel and find out why you started in the first place and run with it. You can do it. I believe in you. And again, this goes back to my first point of ramping up to these things, because you want to make sure that you get those early victories early on and find your passions, but start stacking them until you start to get back to where you were, and then go past that point as well. Now, to wrap up, keep the faith, everybody. If you have to go on that long-term break for your physical or mental well-being, or perhaps it's some life event that kind of kept you away from streaming for a while, or whatever what have you, keep the faith, guys. You got this. If you need some inspiration how to entertain your audience, definitely check out this video over here. And if you want to maybe laugh along with me or something over here as to how I get ready for a stream, again, not so serious, definitely check out this video over here. And if you like what you see, thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and also leave a comment down below. And we will see you soon in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.